Alright, you bastards, this is Some-Belgian-prepper, and today I'm going to tell you about survival uses of a paper shredder. But before we do that, if you're interested in detective stories, there will be a link in the description. It's my first book called Bloody Crosses. It's in Dutch, so if you're interested, take a look. So, a paper shredder. What can you do with a paper shredder? Well, this is just an idea that I got, and yeah, if I had it earlier, I could have done so much more stuff with all the paper waste that I got, paper, carton, all that stuff. First of all, Tinder. Wait, we just tested out one of my notes just to see how it works. And now, put it off first. And now we got, as you can see, all this paper, shredded paper. So, like I said, what can you do with it? First of all, it's a great way to make tinder. So if you got a toilet paper roll that is made out of carton, you fill it up with with all these shredded papers, and if you fill it up as much as you can put it in a fire, light it on, the paper will light up, and it will burn the carton, and the carton will burn even more, and that way you can make your Kindle on fire. So that's already a good way to save on recycle your toilet paper and your regular paper for making fires. Second thing is you can use it as a compost. So I would advise to only use regular white paper for compost because, and also even that paper could sometimes contain some chemicals that are not really that good. So I would say if it's only for just white paper, do it. But for some things like colored paper or glossy paper, I would not recommend it to do this in your compost. Next thing is for nesting or just underground for your chickens so they can lay eggs in it, for your guinea pigs that it can cut some of the piss and from the moist of their shit. So that's something handy that you can do. You can also make fuel logs, and this is something that could have helped me great because I made a video about how to make fuel logs, by the way, but with this it could be so much more helpful. So what you do is you take all these shredded paper that works better if than full papers. You put it into a bucket with water. You let it soak in that till the fibers break apart. You mix it like till you get some sort of paper mache, and that paper mache you put in another bucket that has holes in it, so all the water can drain out of it, and all the water above it can vaporize, and you dry it out, and then you got paper logs that you can use as fuel logs for your fire. So all that paper waste from the mails or commercial or whatever you got in your mailbox, you can reuse that for making a fire and cook food or water on it. So next thing is insulation. Um, all this shredded paper you can reuse to make improvised pillows, mattresses, even improvised insulation if you build something like a small shelter on your bug or you want more insulation during the winter. That's a good way to do this. Um, Another thing is you can use it as package material for sensitive gear. So if you have a box and you want to put some sensitive gear in it that cannot get shaken too much, that cannot hit something on hard surface, put it into this a full basket or box of this shredded paper, and it will be less prone to damage if you let it fall or if it gets a smack. Another thing is during a there even during a shitty defense situation, sometimes you just want to throw a party for a birthday, a marriage, or whatever, and you can improvise confetti with this red paper. So yeah, that's just a small handy thing, and it's good for morale. You can also make paper, like I said before. If you can make paper mache for the fuel logs, you can also use that same method to make it really flat till you and dry it out until you get paper, and that way you can recycle paper to make new paper that you can write on. So that's also handy. And in case you got cats, you can also use the shred paper to as an improvised way of a kitty litter. So yeah, that's a little bit handier than and other alternatives. Maybe I should make a video about survival situations and your cats as pets, but that is something that you can do to improvise, or to during a financial, if you have it's financial difficult, you can use this instead of expensive kitty litter from the stores. So yeah, um, it was just a stupid idea that I wanted to test out, but yeah, it could be used for several things. You can also use it for, like I said, for a paper carton, because yeah, if you get packages, you always have this much carton, so that's something also you can do. And I have not tested it out because this is just one of the, because it was just a test. I bought the cheapest one, so it can only do 6 pages of paper at a time. But I've seen some models that can even shred plastic. So if you can shred plastic, that can do some other things. If you get long pieces of plastic like this, you can make improvised rope. I've seen some people in Pakistan do this, where they shred pieces of plastic bottles or something like this into long thin pieces of strain, and they turn it, they twist it into fibers, and then they make a sort of nylon, not really nylon, but some sort of plastic rope out of it. So that's also you can something you can do to perhaps recycle or use some plastic instead of putting it in the trash. That will cost more money because yeah, these plastic bags and how this is municipal taxes on garbage can cost a lot. So if you're financial in trouble and you have some time, you can do this also. I don't know. I don't think you can do this with fiber. So if you got old clothing or whatever to make shark cloth or some some fiber to make smaller ropes out of it. I don't know if this will work. Please let me know if somebody does this, because I don't think you can do this with the knives. Perhaps there are certain types of shredders that can do this, but most shredders don't work well with fibers. That's something that I learned from disposing of how do you say this, wood chippers, chipping woods and all this kind of stuff, and chainsaws. They don't react well with fibers, so I don't think that is very a very good thing. But perhaps there is a type of shredder that will do that. So if you get any other ideas for the uses for a shredder, please let me know, and don't say making spaghetti or pasta, because I don't really think that will work. Um, like, subscribe, and give me a tip about this if you get any other ideas. I'm always eager to learn. And thank you for watching, and see you in the next video. Cheers!